Do you ever feel like you play like this, but you want to sound more like this? Ever notice how your vibrato works until you touch the string? This is where most violinists get stuck. Today, I'll show you how to transfer the movement onto the violin without locking your hand. By the end of this video, you'll know how to transfer the vibrato onto the violin with the correct finger pressure, a relaxed hand, and a simple practice routine that helps the movement stay free instead of falling apart. Hi, I'm David Friedlander, former associate concertmaster, former triathlete, and I help violinists build their technique one skill at a time. The goal in this video isn't just to practice the vibrato movement. It's to make that movement survive on the string with the least amount of effort. Let's get right into the workouts. Before you get into the workouts, I want you to try to apply what I talked about in the last video. A nice relaxed posture, violins up, good setup, and don't grab the violin with your left hand and thumb. Workout number 1, build the fingertip motion. Okay, for this workout, you're not going to need your bow. You're just going to need your left hand. You do need your violin for this. Pizzicato in F sharp in 4th position. If you have trouble getting it, 1st position, then 4th position. Okay, this is a good place to start because the hand is very relaxed, very straight here, very straight there. So it's very straight. There's no kind of weird feelings like this or like that. Everything's nicely balanced. Try to keep your hand up when you're doing this. Okay. Throughout this video, I'm going to reference the finger in either a curved motion, like looking like this, or in more of a flat motion. So curved and flat. So in this workout, all I want you to do is get the feeling of the fingertip happening. So all I want you to do not use the wrist, only the finger. Just collapse the finger like this. Collapse the finger, lift it. Collapse the finger, lift it. Collapse the finger, lift it. You're just collapsing the finger and lifting it. Nothing more. So the whole idea is just to feel this top joint in the finger moving back and forth. That's it. Great. I would do that at least 4 sets of 10 reps. You really want to understand that movement in the fingertip because you're going to start adding things. And that's one little skill you really have to start mastering. So that is the first workout. Workout number 2, add the movement to the string with the paper towel. I have a piece of paper towel I'm going to use for this workout. You can use a piece of toilet paper, but it's a little too thin for me. I would rather you use a paper towel in this workout. If you have to use a piece of toilet paper, make sure you fold it at least 4 times so it doesn't fall apart underneath your finger. So all I'm doing is I'm taking the paper towel and I'm just going to fold it in half. Then we're only going to use, again, no bow. We're going to put the piece of paper towel underneath the fingertip. I don't want you to press onto the string with your left hand. I want you to get in that nice curved motion like we talked about before. And then find an F sharp. You should be able just to hear it. If you can't hear it, you don't have enough weight. If you have too much weight, you hear too much. You should hear just enough. So when you get to that just enough stage, now I want to practice the motion of moving the finger back and forth without leaving the spot. Because when you're vibrating, you're doing nothing more than enhancing the note. You don't want to change the note. So this is an exercise to get the feeling of the finger collapsing in the fingertip and keeping the note. Pizzicato the note, you drop the finger, you lift it, and then pizzicato again. Let's try it again. So it's like this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's like a triplet. 1, 2, 3. So 1, pizzicato, finger up, drop. I want you to use the wrist now. Okay, when you use the wrist, when you're dropping and using the wrist, your thumb has to be not grabbing at all. The thumb has to counter the weight of the finger. So just enough. Just start being aware of it when you're doing this exercise. So a triplet, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. Do this at least 4 reps of 10. Why? Because if you don't have these skills that we're talking about, then as we keep adding skills, it's going to get a little more difficult. Okay, so really try to get this to be very comfortable with the movement and the wrist, concentrating on the thumb, and collapsing that upper joint in the finger. In this next workout, you're going to add the bow. Now, I just want to remind you that adding the bow, and I've seen this many times with lots of people that have played for me, that adding the bow will add a little bit of tension to the body and to the left hand. So you want to be very careful throughout this whole workout and all the workouts coming. You want to play piano very quietly in the right hand, because when you play quietly in the right hand, it'll help the left hand be more relaxed. So just remember that. Hey, if you're enjoying this video so far, I put together a free 5-minute workout just for you. It'll eliminate any kind of confusion you have on what to practice every single day. The link's below. Go check it out. Okay, back to the video. Workout number 3, remove the tissue. So now in workout number 3, of course, you're going to need your bow now. And all I want you to do is get that F sharp again with the tissue paper and then just slowly remove it. Put it down. Now, the finger, it should be in that same kind of weight on the string that you had from before. But this time you're just going to add a little bit more. Just a little bit. You don't want the finger pressing into the string so the string is touching the fingerboard yet. You want to keep it as relaxed as possible. Why? Because that'll add tension. It'll make you grab with your thumb. It'll make you press. So essentially what you're doing here is you're practicing the finger weight and the vibrato. They go hand in hand. You need both. Okay, so in this workout, you're going to start now adding the bow, and we're going to do 4 oscillations per bow. And what you want to do in this workout is that each one is even. So it's like playing 8th notes. Da, 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 da. Okay? But what you want to think about is 4 curved fingers and then 4 flat fingers. But when you get to the tip and to the frog, your finger will be flat or straight like this. Okay? When you start the movement, it's always going to be curved. So let me show you how to do that. And you can try this with me if you'd like. You just start in a curved position. We're going to think about the wrist collapsing and then the finger popping back up. So like this, curved. Flat and flat. Start up bow and put the finger curved. Always start in a curved position. Do it again, up bow. What you want to focus on is keeping that tip of the finger moving. So always curved, flat, curved, straight, or curved, flat, whatever you want to think. Think of the backward motion, the motion that comes back into the straight finger or the flat finger, as the reaction. Think of the activation into the finger. Fingers curve and then reacts, curved, reacts, curved, curved, reacts. So the motion's always going forward when you're practicing this. So now you want to try to get to a point where you don't stop the bow and you think of the forward motion as the activation. Okay, it's just like a runner popping off the ground. It's not a walk, it's a run. It's a popping sensation. It's very similar in the vibrato. You're going to feel this feeling of popping into the note, or activation into the note. The next step in this workout would be to play 4 continuous bows without stopping. First, practice 1 bow at a time and then add more bows. I'm going to show you 2 bows right now so you get a sense of how it sounds. Curved. Notice I ended flat. Do that now with continuous bow strokes. Down bow to up bow, down bow to up bow. Once you get to that point, we can go down bow, up bow, down bow, up bow with a nice popping or activation into the upward motion of the vibrato. Then you're ready for the next workout. Workout number 4, add rhythm. So in this workout, you're going to do 1 rhythm. It's a long, short, long, short, long. Very simple. The curved finger is the long note. The flat finger is the reactive fast note. So it looks like this. Same idea as before, is that we always start with a curved finger, and then at any end of the bow, you're always in a flat position. Why do we do this? Because we're trying to work on the forward motion or the activation into the note. The most important thing in vibrato is enhancing the note. So you want to feel that forward motion of the note. Think of the backward motion as a release and the forward motion as an activation. And what's happening in your hand, release, push, release, push. For this workout, I just want you to try to use the wrist first to gain the feeling of the finger falling into the note. Yes, there is an arm vibrato, and yes, there is a wrist vibrato, but just for this video, try to concentrate on that. The problem with a lot of violinists is they tense up in the left hand while they play with the right hand. So remember, try to keep everything in the right hand very relaxed, and that will also help your left hand be relaxed. Workout number 5, stabilize the movement. Okay, so now that you've gotten all the other workouts, you're really getting comfortable with those. You should be practicing those first before you practice this one. Is now you're going to do 16th notes in one bow stroke. So you're going to play 8 full curves up and 8 flats like that. So it's going to be like this. Okay, and then you do the same thing with the up bow. You put the finger curved up again and start again. You're going to notice in this workout, you cannot allow the bow to go too fast. The bow has to go very slow, and you have to try to fit 16 motions in total into one bow. And of course, the next step to that would be to now combine the down bow into the up bow. Remember, try to keep the right hand relaxed, which will help the left hand stay relaxed. Keep the thumb and the hand up on the violin like this, so it's very easy for you just to move the hand. And then just release the hand, lift it back up. Release, lift, release, lift. Always think of releasing and then pushing. Release, push. Always like that. I talked about this in the last video. It's like a trampoline. The finger jumps off of something and it jumps right back into the note. So now I'm going to try 2 full bows for you, and you can do it with me if you'd like right now. Make sure your finger starts curved. You have to be able to do that 4 full bows before you can go on to the next video, which is coming out soon. Once this feels comfortable in one finger, then the next challenge is applying it to all the fingers, including the 4th finger, in all positions. We'll tackle that in another video. Remember, great vibrato isn't something you discover overnight. It's something you build one workout at a time. Let me know in the comments if this was helpful or not. If you haven't watched the first video, start there. It lays the foundation for everything we worked on today. The link's below. Train smart, and I'll see you in the next video.